Cleopatra VII Philopator, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, was a woman of captivating beauty, strategic brilliance, and unwavering determination. Her reign, spanning over 2 decades, was marked by political turmoil, cultural exchange, and enduring legends. Today, we'll explore 10 lesser-known facts about this fascinating historical figure. Fact number 1. Cleopatra, a Greek queen on Egyptian soil. Cleopatra, the legendary queen of Egypt, has long been shrouded in mystery and misconception. One of the most common myths surrounding her is that she was ethnically Egyptian. However, the truth is far more intriguing. While Cleopatra was born in Egypt, her ancestry can be traced back to Macedonian Greece. Her lineage began with Ptolemy Soter, one of Alexander the Great's generals, who established a dynasty of Greek-speaking rulers in Egypt following Alexander's death in 323 BCE. Despite her Greek heritage, Cleopatra embraced many of Egypt's ancient customs and traditions. She was the first member of the Ptolemaic line to learn the Egyptian language, demonstrating her respect and admiration for Egyptian culture. Cleopatra's dual identity, a blend of Greek and Egyptian influences, makes her an even more fascinating figure. She was a woman of 2 worlds, bridging the gap between 2 distinct cultures. Fact number 2. A dynasty entwined by incest. Cleopatra VII Philopator, the legendary queen of ancient Egypt, was not only known for her beauty, intelligence, and political acumen, but also for her unconventional family ties. The Ptolemaic dynasty, which Cleopatra belonged to, had a long and peculiar tradition of interfamilial marriages, where siblings and close relatives tied the knot to maintain their perceived bloodline purity. In fact, more than a dozen of Cleopatra's ancestors had married their cousins or siblings, a practice that was considered normal and even desirable within the Ptolemaic ruling class. It was believed that these unions would preserve the royal lineage and ensure the continued rule of the dynasty. Cleopatra herself was no stranger to these familial unions. In keeping with the Ptolemaic tradition, she married both of her younger brothers, Ptolemy Xei and Ptolemy Xeve. These marriages were not merely symbolic. They held significant political power, as Cleopatra's brothers were named her co-regents, sharing the throne with her. While these unions may seem unconventional to our modern sensibilities, they were considered acceptable within the context of the time and the Ptolemaic dynasty's unique customs. Cleopatra's willingness to marry her brothers was a strategic move, allowing her to consolidate power and maintain control over the kingdom. The practice of incestuous marriages within the Ptolemaic dynasty has long been the subject of fascination and debate. Some historians view it as an attempt to maintain the purity of the royal bloodline, while others point to its potential genetic consequences and the potential for power struggles within the ruling family. Regardless of the motivations behind these unions, they undoubtedly played a significant role in shaping the political landscape of ancient Egypt and the legacy of Cleopatra VII, a queen who defied convention and embraced the traditions of her dynasty. Fact number 3. Cleopatra's beauty wasn't her biggest asset. Roman propaganda painted Cleopatra as a debauched temptress who used her sex appeal as a political weapon, but she may have been more renowned for her intellect than her appearance. She spoke as many as a dozen languages and was educated in mathematics, philosophy, oratory, and astronomy, and Egyptian sources later described her as a ruler who elevated the ranks of scholars and enjoyed their company. There's also evidence that Cleopatra wasn't as physically striking as once believed. Coins with her portrait show her with manly features and a large, hooked nose, though some historians contend that she intentionally portrayed herself as masculine as a display of strength. For his part, the ancient writer Plutarch claimed that Cleopatra's beauty was not altogether incomparable, and that it was instead her mellifluous speaking voice and irresistible charm that made her so desirable. Fact number 4. A saga of power, family, and secrets. In the heart of the ancient world, amidst the sands of Egypt, Cleopatra reigned as a queen of unparalleled power and allure. Her name echoes through the corridors of history, whispered with admiration and intrigue, forever linked to a tale of ambition, love, and the relentless pursuit of power. Yet, behind the captivating facade of the legendary queen lay a darker side, a story of family strife and ruthless ambition. Cleopatra's path to the throne was paved with the shadows of sibling rivalries and suspected murders. Her first sibling husband, Ptolemy XIII, proved to be a formidable rival, seeking to usurp her position and claim the throne for himself. Cleopatra's determination to rule alone led to a bitter civil war, with the Nile River bearing witness to the tragic fate of her brother, who drowned in its depths. Following her victory, Cleopatra sought to strengthen her hold on power, turning her gaze towards her younger brother, Ptolemy XIV. In a move that shocked the kingdom, she is believed to have orchestrated his murder, eliminating a potential threat to her authority. The queen's ruthless ambition extended beyond her brothers, reaching even to her own sister, Arsinoe. Perceiving her as a rival, Cleopatra engineered Arsinoe's execution, silencing a voice that dared to challenge her reign. Cleopatra's actions paint a complex portrait of a woman driven by ambition and a fierce determination to retain power. Her legacy is forever intertwined with these dark chapters, a testament to the lengths to which one might go for the sake of a crown. Fact number 5. The Queen of Grand Entrances. Cleopatra, the captivating queen of Egypt, was not just a ruler but a master of grand entrances, using her flair for the dramatic to woo potential allies and reinforce her divine status. Her ability to orchestrate unforgettable spectacles cemented her reputation as a woman of power, intelligence, and allure. One of Cleopatra's most renowned entrances took place in 48 BCE, when Julius Caesar arrived in Alexandria during her feud with her brother Ptolemy XIII. Seeking to meet with Caesar but thwarted by Ptolemy's forces, Cleopatra devised a daring plan. She had herself wrapped in a carpet and smuggled into Caesar's personal quarters. The sight of the young queen, emerging from her regal wrapping, immediately captivated Caesar, and they soon became allies and lovers. Cleopatra's ability to transform herself into a living spectacle was evident once again when she met Mark Antony in 41 BC. Summoned to Tarsus, Cleopatra arrived on a golden barge adorned with purple sails and rowed by oars made of silver. She adorned herself with the attire of the goddess Aphrodite and sat beneath a gilded canopy, while attendants, dressed as cupids, fanned her and burned sweet-smelling incense. Antony, who considered himself the embodiment of the Greek god Dionysus, was instantly enchanted by this captivating display of power and beauty. Cleopatra's grand entrances were more than just theatrical performances. They were strategic moves that played a significant role in her political and personal ambitions. By creating these unforgettable spectacles, she reinforced her image as a divine ruler and captivated the hearts and minds of those she sought to influence. Her flair for the dramatic became a defining feature of her reign, adding to her mystique and power. Fact number 6. Cleopatra's captivating arrival in Rome. In the heart of the Roman Empire, a captivating queen from a distant land made her presence known, igniting a whirlwind of fashion, controversy, and intrigue. Cleopatra VII Philopator, the alluring ruler of Egypt, arrived in Rome in 46 BC. Her arrival accompanied by her son, Caesarion, the love child she shared with the powerful Julius Caesar. Caesar's unabashed affection for Cleopatra sent shockwaves through Roman society. Her exotic beauty, accentuated by her signature hairstyle and pearl jewelry, became the talk of the town, a trend that quickly caught on among Roman women. So enamored were they with the Cleopatra look that statues of Roman women were often mistaken for the Egyptian queen herself. However, Cleopatra's presence in Rome was not without its detractors. Many Romans were scandalized by Caesar's open relationship with the foreign queen, viewing it as a threat to Roman traditions and values. Despite the disapproval, Cleopatra's allure remained undeniable, her presence leaving an indelible mark on the city's culture and fashion. The assassination of Julius Caesar in 44 BC forced Cleopatra to flee Rome, leaving behind a legacy of fascination and controversy. Her brief sojourn in the heart of the empire had ignited a fashion revolution and sparked heated debates about the role of women and foreign relations in Roman society. Fact number 7. Cleopatra and Antony's legendary love story. A tale of love, power, and revelry unfolded, starring the captivating Cleopatra and the charismatic Mark Antony. Their love story was as legendary as their thirst for adventure and their penchant for a good time. Their bond extended beyond the political realm, where Cleopatra sought Antony's protection and Antony craved Egypt's riches. Their connection was forged in shared passions and a zest for life. During the winter of 40 to 41 BC, they indulged in a world of extravagance. their days filled with lavish feasts and nights fueled by wine. To celebrate their escapades, they formed the Inimitable Livers, a society dedicated to revelry and camaraderie. Their escapades were not confined to their private domain. Under the cloak of darkness, they would roam the streets of Alexandria, disguised as ordinary citizens, seeking out unsuspecting residents to play pranks on. Their antics brought laughter and joy to the city, adding a touch of lightheartedness to their otherwise serious lives. Fact number 8. A queen's courage on the high seas. Cleopatra VII Philopator, the legendary queen of Egypt, was not just a stunning beauty and a shrewd ruler. She was also a fearless leader. In 31 BC, she found herself at the center of a political storm, caught in a power struggle between her lover, Mark Antony, and his rival Octavian. The conflict between Antony and Octavian culminated in a naval battle at Actium, a pivotal moment in history that would determine the fate of Egypt and the course of the Roman Empire. Cleopatra, determined to protect her kingdom and her love, defied expectations and took command of her fleet, joining Antony in the fray. With the sun beating down and the sea teeming with warships, the battle raged on. Cleopatra's ships, though outnumbered and outgunned, fought valiantly, their sails billowing in the wind. Cleopatra herself stood at the helm, her eyes blazing with determination, her presence a beacon of hope for her sailors. However, the might of Octavian's navy proved overwhelming. The battle turned against Antony and Cleopatra, their ships battered and their forces dwindling. In a desperate move, Antony and Cleopatra broke through the Roman line and fled to Egypt. The Battle of Actium marked a turning point in Cleopatra's life. She had wagered everything on love and power, and she had lost. But her courage and leadership in the face of adversity remain a testament to her remarkable spirit. Fact number 9. Suicide or assassination. Two legendary figures, Cleopatra and Antony, played out their final act on the grand stage of history. Their tragic story, a tale of love, ambition, and ultimate downfall, has captivated imaginations for centuries. In 30 BC, after being pursued by Octavian's forces, the two lovers found themselves cornered in Alexandria, facing the inevitable end of their reign, while Antony is said to have taken his own life by fatally stabbing himself in the stomach. Cleopatra's method of suicide remains a mystery. The most popular legend has it that she died by enticing an asp, a venomous snake, to bite her arm. This dramatic account, however, lacks concrete evidence. Ancient chronicler Plutarch, while documenting the events, admits that the exact circumstances of Cleopatra's death remain shrouded in secrecy. He mentions the possibility of a hidden poison concealed in one of her hair combs and the use of a fatal ointment. As suggested by the historian Strabo, modern scholars, delving into the available evidence, propose an alternative theory. Cleopatra may have used a pin dipped in a potent toxin, either snake venom or another type of poison. This method would explain the swiftness of her death and the lack of visible wounds. Whatever the means, Cleopatra's death marked the end of an era, the fall of the Ptolemaic Dynasty, and the rise of Roman rule over Egypt. Her life and death continue to intrigue and inspire, a testament to her enduring legacy as a symbol of power, beauty, and tragedy. Fact number 10. Cleopatra Lavish Hollywood Epic. Cleopatra, the captivating queen who ruled ancient Egypt, has long fascinated the world with her beauty, intelligence, and power. Her story has been told and retold countless times, and she has been portrayed by some of the most famous actresses in history. One of the most iconic portrayals of Cleopatra came in the 1963 film Cleopatra, starring Elizabeth Taylor. The film was a lavish epic that brought Cleopatra's story to life in stunning detail. However, the production of the film was also plagued by problems, and it eventually became one of the most expensive movies ever made. The film's budget ballooned from $2 million to $44 million, and it nearly bankrupted the studio. This was due to a number of factors, including production delays, script changes, and the extravagant cost of Taylor's costumes. Taylor's costumes alone cost $200,000 to make. Despite the challenges, Cleopatra was a box office success, grossing over $57 million in the United States and Canada. It was also critically acclaimed, and Taylor was nominated for an Academy Award for her performance. Today, Cleopatra remains one of the most iconic films of all time. It is a testament to the enduring power of Cleopatra's story and the enduring talent of Elizabeth Taylor. Well, that's it for our top 10 little-known facts about Cleopatra. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Until next time, keep learning and keep exploring.